Hey, what's up you guys, it's Caboose bringing you another Marvel Spider-Man 2 video, and today what I got for you guys here is going to be another wish list, another top 5 suits that need to be in this game, but this time, instead of going over suits that I want for Peter Parker's Spider-Man, we're going to go over the top 5 suits I think need to be in this game for Miles Morales. Now, before we jump into everything, wanted to ask you guys, of course, if at any point you enjoy the video, if you could consider leaving a like rating on it, it would show your support, and I would really appreciate it. So if you enjoy the video at any point, leaving a like rating would be awesome. Also, if you're new here and you want to keep up to date on all things Marvel Spider-Man 2, don't you worry, I got you covered. I'll be making videos on all the news and updates for this game, reacting to trailers and gameplay, showcasing gameplay, and so much more. If that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell to be immediately notified when a video goes live. Lastly, wanted to remind you guys that I am sponsored by G Fuel. The Venom Let There Be Carnage G Fuel is available now. Head to that link in the description box below and get your hands on either the black ooze or the red ooze flavors, or those collector's boxes if you'd like to. Just make sure if you get anything from G Fuel that you use code Caboose at checkout and support your boy. And with all that being said, let's get into this. So of course, as always, or as you may be familiar with now at this point, before we jump into the top 5, I want to go over some of my honorable mentions. These are suits that don't necessarily crack my top 5, but are suits that I would still like to see in the game in some way, shape, or form. First up on my honorable mentions, I have the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse hooded suit. I think we were robbed, honestly, in my personal opinion. I love the Spider-Verse suit that we got in Spider-Man Miles Morales. I also love the suit power where you get to play with it at the lower frame rate. I think that was an awesome, nice touch done by Insomniac Games. But let's be honest, we wanted the hooded Spider-Verse suit with the Jordans. If they're going to make a deal with Miles Morales in the games, having him wearing Adidas, fine, okay, fine. But give me the classic, the OG hooded suit that he wore in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I think that suit is amazing, and I think that look would be translated extremely well in Marvel's Spider-Man 2. I know that we have something similar to that in Spider-Man Miles Morales with the jacket and the hoodie, but it's not a one-to-one recreation of the Spider-Verse suit that he wears in that movie, and that's the one that I want, so hopefully they add that in Marvel Spider-Man 2. Then also on my honorable mentions list, which I'll be honest isn't a very long list, and that's due to the fact that Miles Morales doesn't have a ton of alternate looks in the comic books, but to round out my honorable mentions is a suit that actually was in my top 5 wish list that I had when Spider-Man Miles Morales was first coming out, and that is the Captain Universe suit, specifically for Miles Morales. I have a sneaking suspicion we might get the Captain Universe look for Peter in this game, but I hope they reserve it for Miles because I think his look is cooler as Captain Universe. I just prefer the red and black mask being under the Captain Universe design, and as I said previously when I was suggesting this suit in my last top 5 wishlist video, it would be so cool if you kind of have that effect similar to some of the Galaxy skins that we may see in Fortnite. I know it's Fortnite, okay, I get it, but if you played that game and you know what I'm talking about, there are some skins that are supposed to be like the Galaxy, where wherever you turn and whatever angle you're looking at, you see different constellations of stars. That would be really cool if they applied that same effect to the Captain Universe suit for Miles in the game. But okay, that's my honorable mentions. Now let's jump in. Let's talk about my top 5 alternate suits I want to see in this game. And starting off at number 5, I have the Life Story suit. Now, this comes from a storyline in the comics where Miles and Peter actually go to space, and of course if they're gonna go to space they have to prepare for that, so they come equipped with space suits, and I really dig the one that Miles wears here. I also like that it kind of has similarities to the 2020 suit that we got in Spider-Man Miles Morales, which is my all-time favorite suit from that game. The space helmet looks really cool, and just imagine swinging around New York City in a bulkier classic Miles suit with a space helmet. That could be so much fun, and the photo mode opportunities could be great there. Then at number 4, I'm bringing back another suit that I chose from my original wish list for Spider-Man Miles Morales, and that is the Shadow Spider suit. Listen, the more that I looked at this and the more that I saw it and saw people talking about it, the more that I realized that this is one of the cooler looks that Miles has gotten in the comic books. There's not much else that you need to know about it besides the fact that the origin has to do with it being an alternate reality version of Miles Morales, where he comes from this place called Weird World, and while in the name it's weird, it's hard to explain. all you need to know is that it's a friggin' cool suit. It's so badass. Just imagine free roaming around in the city with this suit, having the cape flowing behind you. The hood also looks so cool, very reminiscent of the Crimson Spider suit that we got in Spider-Man Miles Morales, so I think that they could definitely play off of that. And as well, having this game be exclusive to the PlayStation 5, who knows what the physics could look like in this game, and a suit like the Shadow Spider one with the cape and everything could really take advantage of the new hardware. I didn't want to pull too much from my previous wishlist video that I had made, but this one I just had to mention again. It's too cool not to talk about and not to recommend Insomniac to put it in Marvel Spider-Man 2. Now at number 3, I have the Captain America Miles Morales suit, and to my understanding, this isn't actually an alternate costume that Miles wears in the comic books, but is rather a variant cover of a Miles Morales comic book that was to help celebrate the 80th anniversary of Captain America, so they created a Captain America style suit for Miles where he's holding the shield, and it looks incredible. It is a sweet look, and just imagine if they added this into the game, if it came coupled with the Captain America shield on his back. I know some people would be upset that we couldn't use the shield unless it would be part of a suit power. That would be really cool, but nevertheless, it'd be a really fun addition to Marvel Spider-Man 2. Now, my runner-up on alternate suits I want to see for Miles in this game is a pretty recent one, very recent actually, and it is the 10-year anniversary redesign. Now, I've seen some people that are on either side of this. Some people don't really like this look, some people really like this look, and I am 100% of the opinion that this suit is awesome. I really like the hoodie being pulled over the actual Spider-Man mask. I also love the lighter tones of red in there, the pants, the kicks. This is just a great design for Spider-Man, and I don't really understand why people don't like it. Seeing this in Marvel Spider-Man 2 would be a real treat in my personal opinion, and whether you like the suit or not, it helps celebrate 10 years of Miles Morales, or what would be 12 years, I guess, by the time Marvel Spider-Man 2 comes out in 2023. It's a nice celebration of the character's history, so no matter what, I hope Insomniac Games includes it to help continue celebrating that history. Then at number 1, the suit that I want to see the most in Marvel Spider-Man 2, specifically for Miles Morales, is the nullified Spider-Man, or kind of the Carnage symbiote Miles Morales suit. This comes from a variant cover of issue 21 for Miles Morales' Spider-Man. Again, I know I'm picking suits that come from variant covers, but come on, they look so good. And from what I understand as well, this is based kind of on the Maximum Carnage storyline. It's a Carnage symbiote version of Miles, and just look at him. It's such an intimidating, badass suit. Imagine facing off against Venom in Marvel Spider-Man 2 and you're playing as Miles with this suit. I wouldn't know who's supposed to be afraid of who. I think in some way, if Miles is not going to be getting the symbiote in this game, which I don't think he will, nor do I think he should, I think that in some way we should see Insomniac include a symbiote version of Miles, whether it's this Maximum Carnage type nullified Spider-Man, or whether it's their own design with the symbiote being attached to Miles's classic suit. I think we should see a symbiote suit for Miles just to play around with that idea and the theme that the symbiote's going to play a huge role in Marvel Spider-Man 2. But hey, this is just my opinion. This is just the top 5 suits that I want to see in the game the most, that I think need to be in the game the most. The best part about this is that you get to go into the comment section below now and sound off and tell me your thoughts. What suits do you want to see for Miles Morales the most in Spider-Man 2? You can give me your top 5, your top 10, you can throw in honorable mentions in there, whatever you'd like. Just sound off in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, if you could consider leaving a like rating on it, it would show your support, and I would really appreciate it. I'm Caboose, and you can click on screen to make your way to one of the other videos on the channel, or you can click my logo to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Those links are going to be in the description. Drop a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment if you have an opinion, and subscribe if you're new. See you guys later.